Welcome to the Undercurrent, your source for grassroots news. I'm Lauren Windsor. On Wednesday, October 3rd, millions of Americans watched President Obama and Mitt Romney duke it out in Denver. In Los Angeles, thousands of union workers and progressive activists came out for the No on Prop 32 concert, headlined by Crosby, Stills and Nash and Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine. I spoke with Morello and Stephen Stills after the show.
It's an anti-working family proposition. It's sponsored by huge corporations and billionaires that try to disenfranchise unions and working people. And that's something we need to stop. Hey, why are you here tonight?
Why are you here for Prop 32?
I'm here because I'm a union guy. We're letting it slip away. My grandfather was a Roosevelt organizer. That was the family conversation. I'm fourth generation, Democrat.
So what exactly is Proposition 32? Prop 32 is a California ballot initiative billed as campaign finance reform that would ban paycheck deductions for the financing of political spending by both unions and corporations. Now, I'm all for campaign finance reform. In fact, my primary issues are overturning Citizens United and instituting public campaign financing, but Prop 32 will not do those things. What Prop 32 will do is decimate the power of unions in state politics, leaving corporate power relatively unchecked. That's because, by and large, the only organizations that fund their political spending through paycheck deduction are unions, not corporations. That's why the California arm of anti-special interest crusader Common Cause is against this initiative, and so am I. I have plenty of criticisms against unions. For one, I abhor the practice of paying lemon teachers to hang out in rubber rooms because they can't teach, but they also can't be fired. I also abhor keeping the job responsibilities of union members narrowly defined and inflexible to the changing needs of business. But unions exist as a necessary counterbalance to corporate power. True reform would eliminate the ability of both unions and corporations to influence our politicians via public financing. Now, Prop 32 does allow for unions to collect political money through employee contributions, but it requires that employees opt in writing on a yearly basis. Similar measures enacted in Wisconsin have resulted in dramatically reducing union coffers. Teamsters president Jimmy Hoffa Jr. appeared at a No on Prop 32 rally in LA on Saturday, October 6th, and had this to say.
No on Prop 32. I mean, this is something that's going to end the voice of organized labor, of working people all here in California. We've got to stop it. They cannot stop our voice. We got a First Amendment right. We're going to speak out and keep on speaking out on issues of fairness for everybody in California. That's what this is all about.
It seems as though Prop 32 is trying to capitalize on the anti-Citizens United fervor. Can you tell our viewers at home why this is important, why Prop 32 is actually against the interests of working folks?
Well, it basically would silence the voice of everybody in this state to fight back against right to work, on fairness. What's wrong with that? Guess what? The banks don't want that.
Also present was U.S. Congresswoman Maxine Waters, who delivered an impassioned speech in defense of big labor. Afterward, we spoke about the impact of Prop 32 in California and nationally.
I reflected on some of the stories that I was told by my grandparents and my parents. They worked for pennies an hour. They didn't have insurance. They had no pensions. Some worked in factories where they lost their limbs, their fingers, etc. No protection. I remember when the new technology was booming and came into California. Some of those corporate leaders said, "We don't want organized labor. This is a fight. It's in California today, but the Koch brothers are national and international." And so I say to them, you may have the money. You may be able to buy some folks. But when you mess with the Teamsters, you will be taken on. Come on, bring it on!
California works on a proposition system. A lot of people, aren't familiar with that in other states. So why is the proposition here relevant nationally?
It is very important for everyone to know that I call this a staging ground. If they win here, this will empower them to go further. They know that this is a union state and that we elect progressive people and Democrats, and if they beat us, they will send the message, you see, we can beat them anywhere. So it's important for us to stop them dead in their tracks.
Many opponents of Proposition 32 could be found at the Wake Up America Tea Party rally in West LA the very next day. Pop Modal Videos, the Tea Party Patriots, Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association, 60 Plus, and One Nation Under Fraud Productions were amongst the event's sponsors. During the 4-hour event, there were speakers supporting Prop 32, decrying the supposed war on women, and generally advancing conservative talking points on liberty, religion, and small government. Christian conservative, humorist, and host AlfonZo Rachel railed against the entitlement of the Occupy movement specifically and liberals generally.
A lot of liberals claim that God is a myth, but they believe in a government horn of plenty. And when they learn that the government can't give them what they want, they start throwing a fit like Occupy Wall Street. Y'all, it's their version of America, or it's ours. Democrats are liberal with spending our money instead of being conservative with how they spend our money. Liberal with regulations, liberal with regulatory fees, liberals with authoring laws, liberal with the power of the judiciary, liberal with the idea if someone qualifies as being a human being or not.
Is it possible to find common ground with Occupy Wall Street?
I'd like to think that there is. Fortunately, I see with Occupy Wall Street that it's a very, it's a selfish. It's based on covetousness. You know, it's not, when you have people out there that are running in the streets and wanting to figure out, big businesses and stuff like that, it's like, look, the best way to get money from a wealthy person is to work.
Have you been to an Occupy rally?
I've been to them. I see what they're about. It's like and when I go and I talk to them, I ask the same question. Have you ever been to a Tea Party? Well, no, I haven't met one person who's been to Occupy Wall Street who's ever been to a Tea Party. Yet they know all these things about it.
You're looking at it.
Well, God bless you. All right. Thank you for showing up.
And
now, how have we treated you so far?
Pretty good.
Right on, right on. Okay, I'm glad we made a very good impression.
Breitbart.com editor Ben Shapiro discussed American exceptionalism and the left-right paradigm in terms of the Monument Society versus the Freedom Society.
What makes America unique is that we prize the individual over the collective. The Monument Society is a society that prizes the bullet trains in China. The Freedom Society doesn't worry about the bullet train. The Freedom Society worries about whether you can provide for your family, live in freedom and liberty.
It seems a little reductive to say that the entire left believes monuments and not freedom.
Well, I think that when you boil it down to which they prize more, when it comes to what they think of as what makes America exceptional, they will always give you a monument. They'll give you a collectivized organization. The national health system would be a monument. Any sort of collectivized attempt to build an enormous system is what they prize over individual liberty and freedom.
Conservative commentator, radio host, and author Dennis Prager talked about the politics of division, highlighting differences in left-right values on morality and government.
The left sees the world between black and white and rich and poor and male and female. Division is the essence of democratic victory. If you think in terms of right and wrong, you vote right. If you think in terms of class, race, and gender, you vote left.
Left unwittingly is hurting this country through the undermining of foundational values in this country, like liberty, like the God-based moral value system, and the notion of a melting pot. The left has antithetical views to all of them.
Now, I opened this show talking about the presidential debate in Denver, where Mitt Romney infamously stated that he would cut subsidies to PBS. The Obama campaign just came out with a rather funny ad featuring Romney, Big Bird, and Wall Street.
Big, yellow, a menace to our economy. Mitt Romney knows it's not Wall Street you have to worry about, it's Sesame Street.
What is most comical is the implication that the Obama administration has been tough on Wall Street. Please, I cry harm and foul. I'm Lauren Windsor. Thanks for watching. Please come back next week. Get pulled in to the Undercurrent. This show is dedicated to bringing you the grassroots news the mainstream media ignores, whether that be Tea Party, Occupy, Libertarian, or any other. We want to be a platform for your voice, but we need you, activists and citizen journalists, to be our eyes and ears on the ground. Please submit your events, information, pictures, and video. Just follow the instructions below. If I can cover the event in person, I'll certainly try to do so. If we use your media, we'll definitely credit you. Take part in the media revolution today.